Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video where I'm actually trying for the first time Elsewear Cosmetics, and this is the palette Damn It's Cold. I don't know if you remember, I spoke about this already a couple of times, of course in my new makeup releases video when it got released, and then also in my Black Friday haul, and I think also in my December haul, because yeah, so I got this on Black Friday and I was super thrilled that I could order it, and I had it sent to my best friend in America, and now I got it. It's now middle of January, so it's still sort of cold and I'm super excited to work with this. Seriously, yeah, there is nothing like new stuff. There's nothing like new stuff. And this palette happens to be super beautiful. So let me just show you. It comes in a sleeve like this. The inside looks exactly like the sleeve. And it also comes in the sleeve with a little thing with all the explanations for the shades, which is also super nice, because like I appreciate that, because I'm not a super wizard of explaining shades and knowing what everything is. I'm a makeup artist, yes, but I'm still not like, I don't have everything. You know what I mean? So I'm really grateful that they did that. So here, this is the palette. It looks like this. Plastic falling down. All right, so this is the palette. It is super beautiful. Ever since I got to be more into a bit of a neutral touch into my looks, I have such an appreciation for these kinds of palettes, and especially, and I also spoke in my Black Friday haul that just went up recently, I spoke about this, how I see a winter day in this palette, and that is also how I felt on the day when I saw this and when I spoke in my makeup releases videos, that I see this, you know, I just like, it makes sense to me. This is a beautiful palette. It's cardboard packaging. It has a nice mirror up here. And yeah, so Elsewear Cosmetics is a US based indie brand, just starting out, not super big. And I think that is really cool. And for every brand that is starting out, and I know there are a lot, but I wish them all the luck in the world and all the success in the world. If they're really in it with their hearts and souls and putting out good products, I'm up for trying everything, you know, whatever is in my reach. So today, because it is a 9-pan palette, we do not have to have super pressure for doing swatches. I can take my time and tell you about the shades, because also I have the explanation right here, which yeah, thank you. All right, so let's maybe do it just row by row on a bare arm, nothing on it, and let's just do it. So the first shade, let me just see this, is Code or nah. I guess that means like putting on a coat or not, right? All right, so that is a neutral kind of a shimmer, which looks like this. I'm going to zoom in afterwards, okay? So this is just one swipe. Now today, because we can take a little bit more time, I'm just going to build them up a little bit more to have a little bit more swatching fun. I don't know. Still don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay, Code or Nah is a shimmer, obviously super pretty. I think you can see, I'm trying to see in the viewfinder if it comes across, but I think you can see that it is shiny, you know, it's really nice. Okay, so the next one is of course a matte, which is Layer It, and that is this is like skin color, okay? This is skin color for me almost, so if that doesn't show up too much, then it's because, you know, that's what it is. It looks like this. I think it shows up a tiny little bit. I can also of course show it to you in the pan. This is the shade, and it is actually really smooth and really nice. Then the next one is a Slick Road, which is a cold, what is that? A cold light blue, which looks like this. It's a shimmer. Let's just put that right here. And when I'm looking at it from here where I'm seeing it, it almost has like a periwinkle kind of a shift to it. I don't know, but that, you know, I'm so good at this. All right, the next one is a matte, which is called Cuddle Weather. Cuddle Weather. They feel so smooth. It's unbelievable. Look at this. Really nice. It's a cold brown. which I super like, because you know, in every single palette you have warm browns, and this looks like a neutral to cold brown, which I super appreciate because there are not so many cool tone browns around, you know. So yeah, so that is Cuddle Weather. Then we have Snow Caps. Now that is a pressed glitter, and I think this one I'm going to put on a glitter glue because I just want to be fair and show off, you know, show it off the way it should be. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glitter glue here, because I also swatched that already, honestly, in my haul video, in my Black Friday haul, because I just had to. Woo, this is coming on. This is coming on quite a bit, so I'm just gonna show you like this. Now on the glitter glue, it has more of a blue shift, but the glitter particles themselves also come across green. It's like a duochromy glitter kind of a thing. I don't know, maybe it comes across that it is a shift between blue and green, which is really pretty. I really like this. Like from here when I see it, it's blue, but when I look at it in the viewfinder, it's green. So yeah. I don't know if you can see it. I really do hope so. So wait, the next one is Faucet Drip, which is a white shimmer. Let's just put that on too. So that's how it looks. It's basically snow, you know, it's snow on a nice bright winter day. That's how it looks. Very nice. Then we're going on to the last row. That is Damn It's Cold. So that is, wait, that is a pressed pigment. Let me just clean my finger. All right, pressed pigment. This is a very cool color. Oh, here, look at this. Is anyone excited with me? You may say so now. This went on like nothing else, really. Beautiful. You know that I'm not very good at swatching. I'm just getting there, you know. That's why I'm also taking my time, because I want to start to be better at this and also to be more confident about myself. So this is helping. This is helping. All right, wait, let me just wipe my hand quickly on a wet wipe. And then we're going to go on to the next matte, which is Freeze Warning. It's a very dark cold blue. Just pick that up. Also, that feels super smooth and creamy. This is how it looks on my finger. And this is how it looks. Woo! This is how it looks on the skin. Wow. Just from the swatches, I'm actually pretty impressed. Like, not that I know much about swatches, but just from the way they feel, it's really cool. So the last one is Sandals and Boots, and that is, let me just check, that is a cream shadow. Okay, so let's just clean the finger again. Super creamy. It's a gold. It's like a gold, kind of a brown gold. And this is how it looks. So that is, of course, again, very close to my skin color, because I have a bit of a gold undertone in my skin, so maybe you don't see that so well, but yeah, it is there. It's there. So this is how it looks. I'm super excited about trying this, you know. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna just clean this off and zoom in, and then we're gonna do our first look with the Damn It's Cold Elsewear Cosmetic palette. So sweeties, I feel like doing a neutral look using these colors here. I would really like that today, but because it is a first impression, I feel like I should try to capture the soul of the palette, and there have to be blues, because there have to be blues, and there has to be also either this or that, or maybe both. So I still have color everywhere. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, but I think I will do a warm or like a neutral crease. I think that I should do. So we're gonna, of course, start with this one first, and then deepen it up, deepen the crease up with this one, and then we shall see, because I don't want to plan too far ahead. It should be a little bit, it should be still a little bit, you know, spontaneous, the way we feel, you know, that's what we're doing here. Then I primed my eye area with the Shadow Insurance from Too Faced. If you're not new here, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of that eyeshadow base, but it costs a lot of money, so I am going to use it up, you know. I'm not going to like chuck it out because it's like $26 or something. That's crazy. So I'm not the biggest fan. I think for me personally it is too dry, and so I wish I could try all my first impressions on a different base, seriously. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not the kind of person who just you know, throws out stuff. So anyway, this first shade goes on really, really well. I know it doesn't show so much because it is very close to my skin tone, but as a transition shade it is absolutely nice, and it is super creamy. The way it also felt when I swatched it, this is also how it feels when it goes onto the skin here. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Oh, and then there is another announcement that I should make, because this is my first video that I'm filming during the daytime, my first makeup video where I'm actually applying makeup, that I'm filming during the daytime. As you know, I always film usually like at 4 o'clock in the morning when the house is quiet, when there is no noise from the outside, from the streets and things like this. I decided for this new year 2020 that I'm going to take better care of myself, and part of that is that I'm going to let myself sleep a little bit more. So that is what I'm doing, you know. So just be warned that there's going to be more street noise, there's going to be more noise in the house. My husband might be walking by, the neighbors might be doing something in their basement because I'm filming here in our basement. So just so you know, we're gonna have to deal with that, because I just want to have a normal night's sleep and not just 3 or 4 hours like I have done it for like 1.5 years, and I just cannot, or like, no, it's not that I cannot do it anymore, I just don't want to anymore, because you know, I made the decision that I want to be a little bit more responsible about what I'm doing with myself and not always, you know, cut back on myself. So that's the reason, okay? Just so you know, you have been warned. If there's someone vacuuming next door, then you know that's what it is. All right, so that is the shade, and I really, really like it. If I could continue now just with neutral shades, I would be just as happy. I think it's really nice. I just have to blend a little bit more here. I think for that I'm going to just take a bone color shade that I always use to set my under this area here under my eyebrows. I'm just going to blend it out with that. That is a very good trick. I don't know if that's really a trick. It's probably like something that everybody with common sense would do, that you can use either your face powder or of course you know, a bone color shadow in order to blend out the shades towards the top, because if you use that shade then it's just going to move up and there's just not going to be an end to this, and then it might just, you know, blow out of proportion. So that is how it looks so far. And I think we are ready to go into the next shade. Okay, next I'm going to take this brown right here, which is called Cuddle Weather, and I'm going to take a bit of a smaller brush, and I think I'm not going to put it on the outer V. I'm just going to sort of drag it through the crease and sort of just deepen up this lovely, what is it, like a peach? I think it's, I would call it a peach. You know, the one that we put on first. So now I'm just deepening up the crease a little bit. And then I'm going to leave the blues for the lid. I think that's what the plan is. The blues and the white. Okay, I think the plan is that I really feel like doing a neutral look. Seriously, I cannot. I really have to do my job here. Seriously. Okay, so I'm going to put this at the inner corner here and then blend it into this and maybe finish up the lid with the dark blue matte. And I think I want to use the white as an inner corner highlight. So that is the plan, even though I'm feeling like I just want to put this here on my lid and be done with it, because it's so cozy, you know? It's cozy. I like that. It's just, this is how I feel these days. But yeah, I want to capture I want to capture the palette. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm picking up that lighter blue, and of course I'm going to spray it because that's how I always do it. And I'm going to put it here at the inner corner, and I think, oh, this is good. This is very good. It's right there. It's like you don't even have to like try hard. Really, really nice. Beautiful. Okay, so before I perfect that, I'm gonna go in with the next blue, which was, I think, was that a cream or was that a pigment? A pressed pigment. That was this one here. Wow, super pretty, beautiful. Okay, so here we have like a sparkly kind of a situation going on, which is really, really nice. I always see that, you know, when I think about my childhood where I still, you know, lived with snow, because of course here in the Middle East it barely snows ever. It's just every couple of years, and then it's just like for 2 days and it never stays, you know. So I always feel like when I see these sparkly shades, also like this pressed glitter here in the middle, I always feel like the snow, super white snow on a sunny day, blue sky, super cold but sunny. And then do you know how the snow sparkles on days like this? Like it's 100,000 million gazillion little crystals. It's so beautiful. So this is how I feel about this shade. It's really, really pretty. Okay, next thing is going to be that blue matte. So let me just get another brush. Okay. This one right here, which is called Freeze Warning, and I'm going to just push this here in the corner like that. Okay, of course I still have to perfect the blend here a little bit with everything, but I'm gonna do that of course when I also finish the other eye. I think this already looks really, really cool, or has the potential of looking cool. Because it's not perfect yet, but anyway, the way the shadows go on, how they blend, how the pigmentation is really, really nice. Seriously, I cannot, there's nothing to complain about. Really, really like the formula, super pretty. So let me just finish the other eye, and actually, you know what, I'm just gonna do eyeliner and all of that, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll do the lower lash line. Okay, sweeties, this is how it looks. Lashes are on, and there is still some lash glue drying, so just so you know, if you see white somewhere in between, that is gonna go away still. I did put on a bronze color eyeliner on my lower waterline. This one is from Maybelline. It's called, let me just check, Highlight Bronze, and it happens to be the exact color of our transition shade. So that I thought was really, really cool. But now I kind of feel like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do for the lower lash line? I feel like I'm expected to use the dark blue now, the dark blue matte, but I don't want to do that. I actually want to finish the look with the I think I want to use these two shades here. Is that okay? Should I? I think that I want to have the normal, I don't know, stereotype neutral look with a pop of blue. That is what I want to do, and then I want to have the white in the inner corner. Is that okay? Is that okay with everyone? Okay, so let's just do that maybe. I think I'm going to just build up the matte, the Leorah, our transition shade, which was the peachy one. And I think I'm just going to put that on and just sort of smooth it under the lower lash line. And then on top of it, I want to have a hint of this, what's it called? Coat or nah? Nah. I don't know how to say this. Nah? Nah. Yeah. So that's what the plan is. I'm just going to put that on, and I love this shade. This shade goes on like butter. Like good butter. That butter. Good butter. Good butter. I don't know what that even means, but it's like, it's so smooth, you know? I would even say that this formula is better than Norvina. What do you think about that? I've been raving about my 3 Norvina palettes now for so long, and I almost think that this formula is better. Really. Yeah. So we're going to have a very neutral under eye, because it's also of course that bronze eyeliner on the waterline, but I think it will just open up the eye, you know. That is the plan. So maybe I'll take just the other side of that same brush, and I'm going to take, maybe I should spray it though. Let's just spray that other shade that I just showed you. And then I'm just sort of going to like press it under the lash line, you know, like that. So we still have the matte as sort of as the main shade, and then just this shimmer, the Coat Ornate, as a bit of a hint of a shimmer in between, you know, like a bit of a thing. Something like that. And now I want to have the white shimmer, which is called Faucet Drip. Faucet Drip. And then of course I'm going to spray this one, and then I actually want to use a blue mascara on the lower lash line. I think that could be really cool. Ooh. This is kind of a snowy day. I'm going to, I think, drag this a little bit here. Whoa, this is spectacular. This white shimmer, seriously. Okay, this is going to be so cool. Okay, let me perfect this. Let me put on a blue mascara on the lower lash line, like a royal blue, kind of a darker blue. And I'm going to, of course, finish off my face. And in just a second, I'm going to be back with the finished look. Okay, sweeties, here we are. Welcome to the finished look. This is how it turned out. I was actually super tempted to also like dab some of the glitter here, but then I wasn't sure, because I would have to put on some glitter glue, and then I didn't want to like mess up my foundation. You know that I have this issue with my melasma, and I'm super particular about what I'm putting on top of that. But just creativity wise, I would have loved to do this, you know, to just have like a tiny little bit of glitter going up here. But yeah, maybe in a different life when I am not challenged with melasma. All right, so this is how it looks. Let's zoom in a tiny bit. Don't want to scare you, but yeah. So this is the finished look, and I'm super in love with it. I'm so glad. Let's go back out. I'm so glad that I actually opted against doing the blue on the lower lash line, because I feel this looks so much. I love this. I love it that it has this openness about it, because we kept it neutral on the lower lash line, and then also of course this super brilliant white shimmer in the inner corner just really opens the eye. Like I don't even know. Yeah, so I combined it with a bit of a neutral-ish kind of a blush. It is actually very much also like the peachy shade in the palette. This one is from Kiko Milano. This one is from the Ocean Feel line, the blush Sun Kissed. So that I thought would be really nice, and I paired it up with also a very low-key lip, which is this one from Jade. This is called Rose Copper. It's a like, what is it? A lip gloss. It's a lip gloss, and I think this is a super cool look. It's a bit understatement, so everything is on the eyes, you know? Every attention is on the eyes, the rest is understated. And for a highlighter, I actually used the Soft Frost, because I felt it sort of, you know, fits into the topic. Soft Frost highlighter from the Extra Dimension highlighters. It's like a white with a bit of a purple bluish shift, and that's what I put on. I love it. I love the look. Let's talk about the palette. Sweeties, the palette. Do you want to know my opinion? This is spectacular on a whole different level. If this is your color scheme, go and get this palette. I know some people are not into pressed glitters. I personally have no problem with it. It just happened to be that I'm not using it today, but I will. It's like there is no reason for me to not to use it, because I personally have no problem with it. The thing is, the formula is amazing. The formula is absolutely out of this world amazing. really, you know that from all of my palettes that I have so far, and it's about 80 palettes. I know it's not like super crazy much, but it is quite a collection. So I have around 80 palettes right now, and the Norina 1, 2, and 3 are my favorite so far. Besides also Juvia's Place, because that's also of course a very good formula. So I want to say that this one is right up there, if not beyond. Unfortunately, it's just 9 pence. Elsewear Cosmetics, where is your next palette? Sweeties, if they're putting out another palette, it's mine. It's gonna be mine. It's probably gonna be the Leorah palette. I cannot believe how good this quality is. Listen, I didn't get this in PR or anything, even though it was just $16 on Black Friday. Still, I spent my own money on it, and I have no reason to make this up. I have no reason. You know, this is really good. And if it wouldn't be, I would tell you. I would try to be kind, but I still would tell you that it was, you know, this was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. You saw how it went on. The blendability was amazing. The buildability was very good. And you see, right? You also saw when I put on the shimmers that they were like, boom, they were there, you know? There was no crazy work building up in everything. It was an absolute pleasure. And the one thing that I forgot to tell you, I also put on a gel eyeliner on over my how do you say that? The upper lash line, you know? Yeah. This one is from Il Maquillage. No, that's not the one. I have several here because I couldn't decide. So this is Scuba Dive, which is a dark blue. And that happens to be very similar to the blue, the dark blue matte that I used to blend out here, the outer V. So I thought that was really cool to not have a black, but to have like a very dark blue instead. And I also didn't do a wing because it sort of blended or melted into that dark blue matte, which was it called? Wait. We have to do this right here. Freeze warning. You see? This is basically the same blue. So it sort of melted all together, the whole thing together, and I'm blown away. I'm blown away, not because I did it, not because I'm spectacular, but because this is absolutely top-notch spectacular. Seriously, Elsewear Cosmetics, I don't know you that much, but I cannot wait to get to know you more because you guys rock. Like, if you keep up this formula and this kind of the releases, you're gonna go to places. Seriously, that's my prediction. Please bring out more stuff. I'm here for you. Yeah, super good. I cannot wait to go through my day like this because you know, I sat here without any makeup on. I felt like, do I even have to do makeup today? Am I gonna see anyone today? Whatever, you know. I just felt like today is a day where I can film, where I have a little bit of extra time during the morning hours. So for me, it was just, you know, whatever. But now I feel like I can't even believe. Leorah, speechless. Okay, so I'm loving this. I hope I made myself clear about that, sort of, sufficiently. I hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy the video, then please give it a like. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. What do you think about the look? Is that Leorah? Yeah, it is. And yeah, did you try this palette? Did you try anything from Elsewear Cosmetics? I think this is their only palette as of right now, but I do think maybe they have a few other things like lip products or something. Don't want to say something wrong, but you feel free to check them out. I of course will leave the link to the brand in the description box down below. So besides that, I hope you'll all have an awesome day, and if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. Of course, I want to have you here. And besides that, I'll see you here for my next video, which is going to be super soon. And up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.